Okay, this lesson is week 4, day 4, and it goes with worksheet 129 on the front, homework 129 on the back. And this is a new pattern. It is a VV pattern, and we're going to take a look at what makes this pattern unique and different than anything we've seen. So we'll start out by taking a look at some words here. Okay, now you might be able to identify what those words are and know what they are. And in doing that, you'll realize, well, they're not SOT words, but they really don't match any of the patterns that we've covered. So we're going to take a look at what exactly this pattern is. So let's take a look at that first word. Remember, we're looking for final stable syllables, prefixes or suffixes, and so on and so on. As we go through this first word, we don't see any of those. Now, you might see EO, and you might remember that several weeks back we talked about how EO can work together to be a kind of a vowel digraph that makes either one of the vowel sounds or the other. Okay, but looking at this particular word, if you were to code that as a digraph, like in the word people, you would see that that does not work out for this word. Okay, so when you're looking at it and it doesn't do exactly what you think it might do, that's when you might be looking at the VV pattern. Okay, so you see your two V's. So let's go ahead and just put the little V's under them to recognize that they are indeed vowels. Okay, now if you look at that, you know you're obviously going to split it here. Okay, splitting it there then makes this a open vowel. Now, we may not know if it's accented or not yet, but we do know it's open. And what we've learned in the past is that that then makes that a long vowel. Okay, and then over here, because this vowel is followed by a consonant, it would then be making the short sound. So if we go ahead and sound that out, we hear n, e, ni, ah, on, knee, on. Okay? So you can see now that we've identified how to pronounce that word that it doesn't match any of the spelling patterns we've learned so far. Okay? So you know what neon is. Like you wear a neon green, orange, pink shirt on some of our dress up days at school. Now, when you say the word neon, do you say, oh, Mom, I need to wear my neon shirt today? No, you don't. You say, Mom, I need to wear my neon shirt today, which tells us then that that indeed was an open accented vowel. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the next word. All right, it's going to be a very similar situation. All right, no final stable syllable, no prefix, suffix, nothing in there as far as any other codings that we know, but we do see those two vowels. All right, and remember, we learned early on in the year that every syllable has a vowel sound. So, because of that, and because we know this is not a digraph, we know it's got to be a split and it's going to at least have two syllables. Okay, so we're going to split it here. Again, we have the possibility of another open accented vowel, which makes that a long I. And then this is followed by, this vowel is followed by a consonant. So again, another short vowel. I, lie on, lion. Okay, now if you say lie on, when you say lion, do we say lion? I saw a lion at the zoo. No, we don't say I saw a lion at the zoo. We say I saw a lion. So, considering that, what do you then know about that O? That's correct. It says and it actually makes the schwa sound. So it wouldn't be short. It would be schwa. Okay? Little I, lion. All right. So you just have to play with the pronunciation of those and listen to it. And if it's not right, then you code it the way that you would code it in order to make the correct sounds. Okay? All right, let's take a look at this next one. No final stable syllable, no prefix suffix. Okay? This is not a vowel digraph that's going to work in this word. If you try that, you would have doot, doot. That's not a word we know. So at that point, we can go ahead and code the vowels. We know the split's going to be here. Okay? Long U. We would code this short and then try it out. Du-et. Duet. Like a singing duet. Two people that are singing together are a duet. Duet. Okay? Now, let's take a look at the last one. Again, it's going to be a little tricky, so we're really going to have to take a look at it and work through it. Does it have a final stable syllable? Does it have a prefix or a suffix? Okay? Looking at that particular word, do you see any combinations, digraphs, trigraphs, any of those things that we've covered? No. So we're going to go ahead and start looking for those vowel consonant patterns at this point. Now you may have identified right here, there's a V, C, V pattern, okay? And work through that. See if you can figure out where the split goes on that, all right? If you put it here, that's going to make that short. If you put it here, that makes that long, okay? Us, use, okay? You just work through the sounding, and we're going to go ahead and split it here, make that long, okay? Now, you know with that S that you're going to have to work with it and see if you can figure out if it is a voiced or an unvoiced S. So we'll take a look at that in just a second. All right, we've done the split on the VCV pattern, but then looky here. All right, this is not going to make for a digraph in this word. Therefore, this is a VV. So we're going to go ahead and put the other V. We're going to go ahead and split it like we've just covered how we do that. Okay, this is going to make this long. All right, and we'll go ahead and code this short. And let's start working through kind of sounding out what we've done so far. And we'll start out with the unvoiced S. So we've got U, mu, s, e, c, museum, museum. Does that sound like how you say that word? No, it doesn't. But you might be recognizing at this point museum, museum. Okay, so that's voiced S. Okay, so let's work back through that again. U, mu, z, e, z, museum, museum. The word is museum. Okay, so this kind of gives you a pretty good look at that VV pattern and how and why that works. So you're going to go ahead and work through looking for those VV patterns on the front and the back of this page. Okay, make sure down here, tell me if the passage is fiction, nonfiction. Same thing on the back, fiction, nonfiction. Underline your text evidence. Answer in complete sentences. Let me know if you have any questions.